Hey y'all, happy Thursday. I didn't get on here yesterday. There's been an issue with our app, and I've been having to deal with Google and also Apple. And I don't know if you've ever had to deal with either one of those as a developer, which is what I'm having to do. And I honestly can say I'm not a developer, but I can get done what needs to be done. But I am having trouble with Apple now, and it's been 2 days, 2 phone calls, and a lockout, and now I'm waiting the appropriate time they gave me to call them back and try again. And it's just been a nightmare, and I'm ready for it to be over. But so I wasn't able to get on yesterday because I had to get ready for youth last night. We had a great group of youth. We had some kids that hadn't been here, some youth that hadn't been here in a while, and it was really good to see them. And I think we ended up with 16 in children's, and we had 42, I think, in youth. So there was a lot of kids, a lot of running around, but everything went smooth, and they all were fed well and enjoyed what Chris made yesterday. She made chicken tetrazzini and green beans and snickerdoodle chick cookies. So it went well. We're definitely blessed, and so thankful for that. Kind of getting that all organized, and hopefully we'll be able to start adult Bible study again on Wednesday nights if it works out. So once we get it all organized better, and we need to get the gym cleaned up, cleaned out, reset, and all of that. But hopefully that'll happen soon, and we'll be able to have adult Bible study as well at 7 o'clock. So as I was praying last night and this morning, and a lot of times we wrestle with things. We wrestle with them, and we wrestle with them when we wrestle with them. And, the Lord may tell us to do something, and we want to wrestle with whether that's really what He told us to do, or if, what it is. But He took me to Jacob. Jacob was the third in the line, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as we read in that prayer yesterday, or not yesterday, Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there, when we talked about Elijah. Elijah prayed to God the Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob was in that, and Jacob stole his brother's birthright. He stole Esau's birthright, and so this is in Genesis 32, and I'm going to start at verse 9. And Jacob's trying to figure out how he knows he's going to see Esau again, and how he's going to present him a gift, and, try and make everything smooth again so Esau doesn't kill him. So again, we have a man who is doing something scared. He's being obedient to God, but he's scared. He's scared about what his brother's reaction is going to be when they see each other again. So verse 9, it says, Then Jacob prayed, O God, O God of my grandfather Abraham and my father Isaac, O Lord, you tell me to return to my land and to my relatives, and you promise to treat me kindly. So he's calling out to God, and he's saying, I'm doing what you told me to do, just like Elijah did in that cave. I am not worthy of the faithfulness and unfailing love you have shown to me, your servant. He's being humble. He's being very humble. Lord, I did what you told me to do, and I don't deserve what you've given me, but I am your servant. When I left home, I owned nothing but except a walking stick, and now my household's filled 2 camps. O Lord, please rescue me from my brother Esau. I am afraid he is coming to kill me along with my wives and my children. But you promised to treat me kindly and to multiply my descendants until they became as numerous as the sands along the seashore, too many to count. Jacob stayed where he was for the night and prepared a present for Esau. 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 ewes, 20 rams, 30 female camels with their young, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. He told his servants to lead them on ahead, each group of animals by itself, separated by a distance. So he sent he sent the goats, and then he sent the ewes, and then he sent the camels, and then he sent the cows, and then he sent the donkeys. Separated by distance, he gave these instructions to the men leading the first group. When you meet Esau, he will ask you, where are you going? Whose servants are you? Whose animals are these? You should reply, these belong to your servant Jacob. So he's telling him to tell Esau that he's his servant. Your servant Jacob. They are a present for his master Esau. He is coming right behind us. Jacob gave the same instruction to each of the herdsmen and told them, you all are to say the same thing to Esau when you see him, and be sure and say, your servant Jacob is right behind us. Jacob's plan was to appease Esau with these presents before meeting him face to face. Perhaps Jacob hoped he will be friendly to us. So the presents were sent on ahead, and Jacob spent the night in the camp. So he sent these herdsmen out, with each one with the animals, and gave them all the instructions. So again, Jacob is doing things scared. He's afraid. He says, perhaps Jacob hoped he will be friendly to us. And a lot of times, that's our prayer. Perhaps they will be friendly to us. Perhaps I'll fit in. Perhaps I can get this done. Even though we're doing what God has told us to do, and we're on that path, and we're doing exactly what he told us to do, we still have that fear. But during the night, Jacob got up and sent his 2 wives, 2 concubines, and 11 sons across the Jabbok River. After they were on the other side, he sent over all of his possessions. This left Jacob alone in the camp. And a man came and wrestled with him until dawn. So Jacob wrestled this man all night long. All night long they wrestled. All night long. Tussling, wrestling, throwing each other on the ground, back and forth, and wrestled with him all night long. When the man saw that he couldn't win the match, he struck Jacob's hip and knocked it out of joint at the socket. Then the man said, let me go, for it is dawn. So the man hurts Jacob really bad. You kick somebody's hip socket out, that's going to be painful. That's going to hurt. You're not going to be able to walk. But Jacob panted, I will not let you go unless you bless me. What is your name? The man asked. He replied, Jacob. Your name will no longer be Jacob, the man told him. It is now Israel, because you have struggled with both God and men and have won. What is your name? Jacob asked him. Why do you ask? The man replied. Then he blessed Jacob there. Jacob named the place Peniel, face of God, for he said, I have seen God face to face, yet my life was spared. The sun rose as he left Peniel, and he was limping because of his hip. That is why even today the people of Israel don't eat meat near the hip in memory of what happened that night. So what are you wrestling with today? What is that thing that is keeping you up all night long? What is that thing that you just wrestle with and wrestle with and wrestle with? The Lord is telling us in this to give it to him. And let him bless it. Let him have it. And quit wrestling with it. He tells them, let me go. Quit wrestling with it. Let it go. He wants you to understand that he will bless you, but sometimes we have to loose our hands off of things. We have to loose our hands and say, I can't do this anymore. I've been wrestling with it for however long it's been. It may be something that you've been wrestling with since your childhood. Something that happened to you that because of whatever, you locked it away, but now you're remembering it and now you're wrestling with it. God's saying, let it go. Let me bless you. But you got to let it go. And he's telling him to let his fear of what Esau is going to do go. Let it go. Sometimes it's hard to let it go because we want to hold on to it because we think we can fix it and we think we can make it right. But in verse 33 it tells us, then in the distance Jacob saw Esau Coming with his 400 men, Jacob now arranged his family into a column with his 2 concubines and their children at the front, Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph last. Then Jacob went on ahead. As he approached his brother, he bowed low 7 times before him. Then Esau ran to meet him and embraced him affectionately and kissed him. Both of them were in tears. God blessed him. He was obedient to what God had told him to do. He was obedient to go back to the land. He was obedient. He wrestled with God all night long about his fear of what was going to happen with Esau. Allow God to take whatever you're wrestling with and bless you. Let him have it. Let it go. Let that wound go. Let that that hurt go, whatever it may be, let it go. Don't be like Jacob and wrestle all night long. But I know most of us have something that we have been wrestling with for a long, long time. Maybe it is a decision you made when you were 10, 12, 15, 16, 50, 70. It may be that. It may be what a decision you made. Quit wrestling with it. Give it to God and allow him to heal that. Just like he healed Jacob and Esau. He healed them. He healed that. But again, Jacob responded even in fear. Sometimes we have to act even in fear. Allow the Lord to heal that. Allow the Lord to bless you. Allow him to take it. Quit wrestling with him about it. Just allow him to do it. I want to thank everybody that came out last night. We had good turnout. We had help and security and kitchen help, and it was a good night. The kids had fun. The weather was nice. They got to be outside, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you all. Again, March the 23rd is the next concealed carry class. It will begin at 8 a.m. It'll be here in the church, over in the multipurpose building. I'm sorry, it won't be in the church. It'll be in the multipurpose building. Safety team, don't forget we have safety team meeting this Sunday directly after second service. You will be fed. And then elders and deacons, we have elders and deacons meeting this Sunday at 4 o'clock. Just remember that and be here for that as we go over the finances and all the things that need to be discussed regarding a church. So those 2 things are happening this Sunday. Then just normal services, regular. They haven't been, I shouldn't say normal because there's been nothing normal about them. They've been amazing. Just wow. Just wow. So I hope that you will come out and join us. And we'll see you then. I want to thank our sponsors, Don and Sheila Ferris, Kim Morris, Gordon D. Kennard, Stacy Reese with My Travel Misha, Genesis Home Health, Parco Tax, the Watkins family, and Travis and Maddie Holloway. Thank you all so much for your support of this program. Please share this on your Facebook page so it will reach more people. I thank you guys for tuning in today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.